when I made a snowman and it started to melt but refroze overnight. In 1993, Tupac received a letter from the parents of a dying boy named Joshua. They said it was Joshua's last wish to meet Tupac. Tupac flew to Maryland to meet Joshua and took him to a basketball game. Soon after Joshua's death, Tupac renamed his publishing company from Ghetto Gospel Music to Joshua's Dream. When you open the spaghetti sauce jar on the first try. So when I was a kid, I had a Raggedy Ann doll given to me by my grandmother. It had my birth name embroidered into a heart on its chest. This Christmas my grandmother borrowed it and gave it back, now with pants, shorter hair and my new name sewn in place. He's trans like me. Me, you call yourself a friend, but where were you when my selfie had only 4 likes? Him, creating 4 accounts. Me, bro. Him, bro. When your best friend's parents say you're not a guest anymore, your family. I would never vaccinate my kids. That is unnatural, dangerous, pointless, expensive, reckless and harmful. I take my kids to the doctor so they can vaccinate them instead. In heaven there's a black and white dog taking care of 7 golden lab puppies. Daisy the dog lost all 7 of her puppies in a barn fire at the end of February and wasn't the same afterwards, spending most of her days going to the remains of the barn to look for them. Her owner posted a desperate appeal on Facebook asking if anyone had puppies she could foster. The next day an owner of 8 orphaned puppies contacted her and Daisy took to caring for them straight away. I work from home and my golden comes in my office every day around noon to remind me that it's time for a lunch break. I got a random FaceTime call just now. Answered. It was a baby. He was playing on his mom's phone and was typing numbers and called me. Made my night, honestly. Dude from Comcast fell asleep during my install and I deadass let him sleep because bro needed it. That feel when someone calls you their friend for the first time. Me, I have a lot of mental illnesses, dating me might get difficult. Partner, it's okay, I love you just how you are. Me, shows symptoms. Partner, still loves me. Me. I got catcalled today. So I get home right. My phone goes off and the caller ID shows it's my manager. I'm not entirely happy about this. See, I literally just got home. I answer anyway and there's some weird static. I can't get my manager to answer me and I start to worry. I text her instead. Her cat was fucking sitting on her phone and butt dialed me. The static I hear was him purring. The only kind of cat calling that's acceptable, quite frankly. Me, hey, monster under bed. Me, there's room up here for both of us. Monster. Me, you can be Big Spoon. Monster. Okay. I'm marrying the boy from my 9th grade PE class in 6 weeks. I fell in love with his smile. Still in love with it 8 years later. My 79-year-old grandma has a meme framed. C, C+, 2B-. You really did it, son. You set realistic goals and you reached them. Way to go. What's wrong? I'm depressed. Thanks. Look, I'm your present. And my future. Me, ha ha ha, I must be annoying you so much right now. Actually no, I enjoy your company and appreciate you as a friend. Me. I miss the internet. Thank you. Tonight my abuelita whispered, I want to show you the most beautiful girl in the world, solemnly leading me to a table packed with old family photos. With one shaky finger she pointed slowly to a photo of herself. This is the energy I'm carrying with me into the new year. My marriage has turned into a nightly routine of my wife and I running down the list of reasons we should go to bed early so we can wake up and get shit done the next day. Then by the 675th cat gif on Reddit we both yell, how the fuck is it 3 AM? Worth it. I love her. Put all the cuddles in the f***ing bag. The father, Mr. Rogers, be kind to others. The son, Steve Iwin, be kind to animals. He, Holy Spirit, Bob Ross, the kind to yourself. 10-year-old me playing with Legos. My dad. Two all-knowing beings could never have a meaningful conversation. Being one knows how much being two loves conversations and so decided to pretend to not know everything to make being two happy. Of course being 2 knows being 1 is faking but is happy because he knows that being 1 is such a bro. After 9/11 the Maasai people in a Kenyan village gave 14 cows to help and support the United States. Guys with feet like this have 125% chance of stealing your girl. Welcome to heaven, let me just raise your collar a bit. Their process is easy with dogs, I mean you are practically angels to begin with. While sailing in the Mediterranean Sea in 1962 the American aircraft carrier USS Independence CV-62 flashed the Italian Amerigo Vespucci with light signal asking, "Who are you?" The full-rigged ship answered, "Training ship Amerigo Vespucci, Italian Navy." The US ship replied, "You are the most beautiful ship in the world." My dad noticed I was stressed so he 3D printed me a little wooden elephant. This is good. We got worried when you stopped coming to the park. Moral, whomever you're important to, will look for you. Good night, doggo. Most days I wanna kill myself but then I realize I'll let down my one follower who is Viralism. Viral isn't support, always here for ya bud. Wraps dog's gifts in front of her. My dog on Christmas. When I was at the lake there was a group of college guys jumping off a cliff and they were all giving this one dude in their group crap for wearing a life jacket when no one else had one on and he goes, "Quit it, I pinky promised my girl I would wear it," and I think about that a lot. One awesome thing about Eeyore is that even though he is basically clinically depressed he still gets invited to participate in adventures and shenanigans with all of his friends, and they never expect him to pretend to feel happy, they just love him anyway and they never leave him behind or ask him to change. Somebody asked their grandma to pose for this meme, and she did a great job. It fell a long time ago but it never gave up. Bertie the Pomeranian on Instagram has a Paddington bear costume and everyone needs to experience the pure joy I felt when I saw the picture.